Good morning, everybody. Looks like I am leading this by myself today, but that is okay because I'm going to get you a great workout that you can watch later on YouTube. All right, let me set up my music here and then I'll describe what we're doing. All right, so hopefully you can hear that music. Oops, here we go. Hey, all right. Let me go ahead and pause. Awesome. I am not alone. Yay. Good morning. So glad to see you. Today we are going to do a full body, moderate intensity, but you can make it as hard as you want it, strength and cardio workout. All right. So remember, always listen to your body. Do what feels right for you, what feels good. You can push yourself, and I'll be here for encouragement. Let's actually start on the floor for this one to warm up. So hopefully you have a mat or something cushiony, some carpet or something that you can get down on. We're going to start in our quadruped position. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're going to just do some cats and cows and warm up your spine, all right? So go ahead and round it up and then arch. And go at your own pace with this. You can time your breathing. So breathe in as you arch your back and your chin comes up. And then exhale as you bring the middle of the back up to the ceiling. And try to push those shoulder blades away from the floor. And then inhale, chest comes up, tailbone comes up, chin comes up. And then opposite. Nice. Okay, find neutral position. We're just going to take your hips to one side, to one shoulder, and then to the other side. Almost as if you're a dog and your tail is wagging you, right? And this should actually feel kind of good. Feel like a nice little stretch to the side of the body. Do a couple more. Awesome. All right, now let's give your wrists a little bit of a break. You can do some wrist circles here. Loosen them up a little bit. I like this one. You can stay on the floor, but make a fist with both hands. Get that energy. Squeeze really tight, and then let it release. Wiggle your fingers. Spread your fingers out wide. Let's do that again. Nice tight fist. Push them out there. Squeeze, and then release. And wiggle them out. Shake them out. Okay. From your knees right here, we're going to get into my favorite stretch, your hip flexor stretch, okay? But we're going to do reps for this. So every time you reach your arms up, you're also going to squeeze your glutes at the same time. So tilt the pelvis, reach the arms up, and then relax. Come back. Again, you can also exhale as you do this. And we don't want to arch the back. We're not trying to do this. Right? All we're trying to do is squeeze the glutes and reach up tall so we get that nice hip flexor stretch, the anti-sitting stretch. One more time. Awesome. Okay, now I'm just going to switch. I'm going to turn here. Stay in this position, but step this knee out to the side. We're going to do a little rocking back and forth. You can press. Here, let me get a little closer. You can press this knee out to the side with your hand, but try to keep your hips pointing towards me, towards the camera. Okay, so you get that nice stretch in your inner thighs, maybe a little bit in your ankle. That's cool too. All right, now you're going to keep it here. Find your neutral position. Let me back up so I can show you this one. Find neutral. The same hand as the knee that's down is going to go onto the floor now. And we're going to take the opposite hand, reach under, grab your rib cage, and then reach up towards the ceiling. Let's do 4 of these. Nice and slow. Get that rotation of the spine. Get that upper back nice and open. All right, go ahead and bring it up gently and carefully. Let's switch sides, switch legs. The first one, we're doing reps again. Remember, we're squeezing this glute in the back as we reach up. Here we go. and release, and release. This is a type of stretching, it's called active stretching. We're using the opposite muscle to get this front muscle to kind of turn off or turn down. One more time, squeeze and reach. Oh, feel that good stretch. Oh yeah, all right. Now you're in that same position, but we're stepping out to the side. We're opening up that hip, keep the hip squared up, and we're just gonna rock back and forth. Go to where you feel the tension. Welcome if you're just joining us. Thank you. This is our last Friday workout of the spring semester. We will have some stuff in the summer, so stay tuned for that, but it'll probably be Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. All right, find your neutral position right here, your 90-90, and then we're gonna take this hand, for me it's my right hand, might be your left hand, place it on the ground. It's the same hand as the leg that's down, and then we take the opposite hand, reach under, grab your rib cage, and then reach up towards the ceiling, and this feels like a beautiful stretch. In the upper back, nice long neck. Go slowly so you don't get dizzy. And still try and press that knee open and out. Let's do one more. All right. Go ahead and bring it down. Okay, continuing on our warm-up, we are going to do bird dogs. So this is really to activate your core, and that's what we're going for. So before you do it, make sure you brace the core, which means tighten it up all the way around. So we're gonna go back to that 4-point position right here. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Chin is tucked back, but neck is nice and long. Find the neutral position for your spine, brace up that core, then we're extending opposite arm and leg. Punch the fist out straight, punch the heel back towards the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Now we'll go ahead and switch to the other side. With this one, make sure that you're moving only from the shoulder and from the hip. No arching the back like this. That's why the abs are tight. So press that heel back and fist out. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, now we're gonna do that again, but here are some tips for you. If you feel like you're wobbly, it's okay, it's part of the process. So here's my tip for you. That means tighten up more here. Not draw your belly button in, but just stiffen up like someone's gonna give you a little punch, right? And then squeeze the glute of the leg that you're extending, okay? That really helps, you'd be surprised. All right, here we go. Pick the alternate side, press it out, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just gonna bring it down and brush the floor and go right back out with that same arm and leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time, brush the floor, don't crunch, press it right back out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Okay, go ahead and sit it down. You might be starting to sweat a little bit. That's okay. That's actually good. Here we go. Reset, roll those shoulders, tuck the chin back, nice long neck, and the other side for 10, 3 times. Here we go. Press it up. Solid core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and brush the floor. Come right back out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more time. Brush the floor. You're in control right here. Come on, sweat with me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Whew. All right, we're going to transition down to your back. I know you're working those glutes with that, but let's do a glute bridge anyways. So on the back, we're getting those glutes warmed up so we can do some leg exercises later and they'll be on fire. All right, so heels towards your butt. Make sure that your hips, knees, and feet are aligned. And then we're gonna squeeze and lift so that we're in a straight line, shoulders to knees. Drop it down, just touch the mat, and then lift up again. Here we go. 10 more. 10. Get that $1 million squeeze. 8. 7. Try not to arch the back at the top, just squeeze the glutes. 5. Ooh, this is burning. They're waking up. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. Bring one knee into the chest. Other knee into the chest. Woo. Okay. We're going to roll to the side. Come up slowly, gently and carefully. While you are making your way up, you can grab a couple of dumbbells. Okay, this is optional. So what we're going to do for this workout is we actually have three different circuits, or like mini circuits to do. And actually, I should have told you to stay on the ground. I realized our first one is actually on the ground without the weights. So you can grab them, put them close to you. We'll use them later, don't worry. You can grab a towel. If you'd like a towel, grab a sip of water. That's totally fine. So the first little mini circuit we're gonna do is actually just 2 moves. I'm gonna bring you back down to the floor. The first one is a push-up with a squeeze. So I would recommend starting this one on your knees. You can eventually do it on your feet if you'd like to. Remember our alignment here, hands about aligned with your chest, underneath your shoulders, not way out in front of you, okay? And then we want our body to be stiff and straight, right? Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs. You're gonna drop yourself down to the floor, and then at the bottom, we squeeze. We lift our hands off the floor. Squeeze our shoulder blades together in the back. Get the back squeeze, and then we push back up, okay? We're doing that 10 times, and then we're gonna flip onto our backs and do an ab exercise for 10 reps, all right? 3 times for this circuit. If you're ready, go ahead and join me. Here we go. Slowly lower yourself down to the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades, nice long neck. Push away. 1, down, squeeze, push away. 2, 3, 4. If at any time you need to take a break, just do it. 5. Abs are tight with this too. 6, 7. Come on, you got it. 3 more. Squeeze. 8, 9. Last one. Squeeze. And 10. Woo! That gets those shoulders and the chest working. Okay, flip onto your back. This is a move from Pilates. It will feel like Pilates. I'm not a Pilates teacher though, so we'll do it our own way. All right, so here are your options. You can keep your head and shoulders on the floor, and then just lower the opposite leg as far as you can control it. What do I mean by control? Don't let your back arch off the ground. Keep it pressed, lower back pressed into the ground for this one, and we're just gonna alternate knees here. Now, if that feels good, you can curl up your head and shoulders off the floor, and we'll alternate here. All right, here we go for 10, 2, 3. I counted that first one. 4. If you didn't do it with me, that's fine. Just do an extra one. Belly button. Draw it in. One more each side. Awesome. Ooh, I'm feeling that one. Flip it back over. Here we go. Push up and squeeze. You got this. All right, on the knees, get yourself set up. Here we go. Drop it down, nice and slow. Squeeze, bring it up. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4. You got this. If you need a break, just leave yourself on the floor. Do a little squeeze. Just do a little squeeze. There you go. 3 more. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing how well that works when we do it slow and controlled, right? Okay, on the back. Here we go. Alternating knee to chest. Pick your version. Head on the floor if your neck bothers you, or crunch it up. Here we go. Switch, switch. That's 1. Try to keep your neck nice and long. Chin tucked back. Halfway there. Come on. Stay with me. Take a break if you need it. You don't need to point your toes. I get a toe cramp. Here we go. 3 more. 3, 2, and last one. Okay, take a little rest. We're going back. 1 more set. You got this. Here we go. Roll it over. All right, let's do it. Come on, stay with me. 10 push-ups. You got this right here. Here we go. Lower, squeeze, bring it up. Push that ground away. Yes, I'm still squeezing my glutes, squeezing my abs. Just a little bit. Squeeze, and 5. Come on, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 more. Come on, you got this. Whew. 10. Okay, on the back. Let's get this last set right here. Oh, I know my abs are going to be sore tomorrow. I plan on doing a lot of laughing, and then I'll feel it. Here we go. Alternating legs for 10. 6, 5 more. This is the last one. 1 more extra if you want to be extra. Are you extra this morning? Oh, relax. Okay, now we're going to turn to the side, roll to the side, get up slowly and carefully, grab some water, and now we're actually going to stand up for our next circuit. So get that water, take a mini break here. I still have my congrats class of 2021 sign up in the back. Yay! All right, we're doing it. Okay, now for the next 2 circuits, we have 1 cardio move, 1 strength move that's kind of tough, and then 1 move that's a little bit easier. So 3 moves. So we're going to start with the cardio move, all right? And we're going to do 30 repetitions. Okay, so the first one is high knees, and that means 30 reps on both legs, on each leg, okay? So here we go. We can start with just marching. And you can add arms if you want to. Pulling them down. This is our cardio. Get it. Whatever version you like. Halfway there. Just feel your heart rate coming up. You're breathing. Keep doing it. 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. All right. You can grab those weights if you want to. Our next one is a squat pulse. We're doing this for 15 reps. So we got 30, then we got 15. Our last one will be for 10, a biceps curl. So if you're using weights, hold them up here at your shoulders, all right? Our squat pulse means we squat down like we're sitting in a chair, pulse once, then come up. And squeeze the glutes at the top. All right, so you can do this with or without weights. Here we go for 15. Drop down. That's 1. Yeah, it'll burn by the last one. You got this. Knees always follow your toes. So if your toes are slightly turned out, your knees go with that. Remember to sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Chest is up tall. Just showing you from the side. Close. 9. 10, good to see you, Don. 12, come on, 3 more. Woo. 2, last one. Oh, all right. Now we have just bicep curls. So hold those weights in front of you. Roll your shoulders down and back. Abs are tight, just for 10. Here we go. 1. Oh, my biceps are sore. I did bicep curls. Was it 2 to 3 days ago? 6. You got this. 7. 8. Get those guns. 9. Last one. 10. Okay. Set the weights down. All right. How are we feeling? Good? Let's go back to our high knees for 30. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You got it. Get it. You're sweating. It's good. Come on. Whatever it takes. I like this song. Halfway there. Come on. Stay up tall. Nice and tall. No crunching. 10 more. Here we go. 10. Get those arms to move. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. I see my heart rate coming up. 2. And 1. Done. Well, we have that squat pulse. So I'm going to do this second round without weights, just to show you. You can have your hands out in front of you. You could keep them at your hips. Whatever is fine. Here we go. Okay, get that stance, whatever feels comfortable. And we're going to squat pulse for 15. Here we go. Squeeze at the top. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now, if you don't want to do this pulse, I know it burns. If your legs start getting tired, just do the full squat. Doesn't matter how low you go. If your knees are cranky, just go down like a quarter squat right here and pulse. It still works. All right, we got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, whatever you have, if you have soup cans, if you have water bottles, that'll still work for your curls. Here we go. Sun's out, guns out this summer. Just 10. Control it. Don't let the arm swing. Control that weight. 4, 3, 2, come on, it's burning. And 1. Ooh, yeah. Okay, catch your breath. We're doing great on time. If you need a little bit of a water break, I do. Grab the water. We have 1 more round, then we'll get a longer break, okay? Here we go. High knees. Now, if you want to jog it out, you can jog it out too. If you want more intensity, you'll probably do more. Just stay with us until we're done counting. 9 and 10. Keep going. Halfway there. Come on, stay with me. You got this. Here we go. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, tough move. Here we come. I'm gonna do this one with weights. Your choice, with or without weights, to do the pulse. Squat pulse for 15. Here we go. Sit down and back. Core is tight. Squeeze at the top. Stand up all the way. You got this. Come on. Pulse. 5, 6. Come on. Woo! Feel the burn. This is going to help you on all the hikes you're going to take this summer. Actually, it helps you to sit down too. Here we go, 5 more. 5. I'm training to sit down. 4. I'm training to relax. 3, 2, come on. 1. Yes, okay. Now we're training for curling up. Showing off those arms. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Come on, we're almost to the break. 5. You control it. 4, 3. Keep that neck nice and long. 2, 1. Done. Set them down. Okay. Longer break right here. Grab your water, catch your breath. I recommend don't stop moving. Do little heel digs, little marches, little jog in place if you want. Whatever you need to do to keep that blood flowing. Don't get dizzy. Not on my watch. All right, you keep resting. I'm gonna tell you what the next circuit is. So we have 3 moves here. We have skaters going side to side. These are cardio move. Move number 2 is gonna be more of a strength move. called a lawnmower. So we got to take this big lunge. We place our elbow on the knee, and then we pull the weight up like this, like we're starting a lawnmower. All right, so the key to this is keep your abs really tight. And then if it tends to bother your back, just go up like this, no rotation. But if you feel fine, you can rotate at the top, okay? We'll do that each side, 15 reps. And then the last one is our wood choppers. I don't know why they're called wood chops. They're more like a rotation. So we're gonna use one weight, and we're gonna go from hip to shoulder. And I like to make it full body and pivot and pivot. And you can add a squat to make it more intense if you want. All right, are you ready? Let's get started with the ice skaters. We're doing 30 of these each leg. Here we go. Back and forth. Nice balance. Start off small. Make it bigger. When you feel like you're more in control, you can add a hop if you want to. Chest up nice and tall. Eyes forward. That should be 10 if I didn't miscount. Oh, we're gonna feel this in the legs. Halfway there. You got it, come on. Yes. 10 more, here we go. 10. You got it, come on, 9, 8, 7, 6, balance, 5, ooh, it's burning, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, walk it out. Oh yeah, that one worked. Okay, grab just one weight, if you have the weight. I'm gonna start, let me start with you can start with your left. I know it looks like my left. I'm gonna start with my right. Start with whatever arm you want to. We'll switch it next time. Here we go. Nice lunge. If you can get down there, right here is fine too. Support yourself, straight back, okay? No rounding. No rounding when you start the lawnmower. Abs are tight. Here we go, for 15, we're pulling it up towards the hip pocket. All right, like so. Really getting it in the back. Might feel it in the abs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 more. Slow and control. Drop the weight if you need to, and just do the movement. Yeah, my legs are burning too. 2, last one. Done. Set it down. Hop over, switch legs. Yeah, we gotta do the other side. All right, we're gonna start that lawnmower. Just getting you ready for the weekend. Here we go. Nice flat back. You see my back is flat. No rounding this way. Stick your hips back. Lift your chest up. Here we go. Start that lawnmower. 1, 2. Pinch that shoulder blade back. Notice I'm not bringing the weight up here to my chest. I'm bringing it back to my hip. You got this. 9. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, stand up, shake it out. Whew. Option to use the weight, or you don't have to, just do the movement. So for this one, again, we want to keep our back in neutral. So no rounding to pick up the weight. Back is in neutral, chest is open, and then pivot. I like to pivot here. So watch my feet. I'm gonna start down to your right. Pivot. Here, back is straight. Pivot at the top, okay? Here we go for 10. Pick up those groceries off the floor. Put them on the top shelf. Abs stay tight. This is an ab move. It's full body, but it's a lot of abs. 5. Now, if you get dizzy, look forward. If you're on the screen, watch your form. Check yourself out. I think we got one more. Here we go. Good. Rest. Just a minute. I gotta fix my heart rate monitor. All right, here we go. Other side. Same thing. Pivot, pivot. Friends, this is having a reboot, right? Pivot, pivot. Here we go. Pivot, pivot. On those feet. Now, if you have a floor that's a little sticky, pick up your foot and turn it. It is that important. Otherwise, you'll put torque on your knee. We don't want that. No torque on your knee, no twisting the knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay. Mini break. Back to the ice skaters. Remember, you can always make this a little bit easier by shortening that step, okay? Get closer together. Don't use the hop. And then if you want more intensity, hop. Bigger step. Get down into that little ice skating position. Here we go. For 30. You got this. This is your cardio. 15. Come on. 10 more. Do it with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't let your form go. Slow down if you need to. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I think I may have missed a couple there. Whoops. Okay, whatever side you started on last time, we're gonna start on the other side. For me, that's my left arm. Okay? So set up for those lawnmowers. And again, if you're kind of feeling this in your lower back, not your upper back. Upper back is okay. But if you're feeling these sharp sensations, don't twist at the top. Okay? Just pull it up right here. All right, here we go for 15. 1, 2. Your choice, twist or no twist. 9. Back to the hip pocket. 5 more. Here we go. 5. Keeping those abs tight. 4, 3. Squeeze that back. Squeeze that shoulder blade. Last one. Good. Okay. Switch. Other side. Same thing. Get your setup. Get your form right. Abs are tight. Here we go. Twist or no twist. It's up to you and how your back feels. We want to work the back, but not strain it. No strain. Five more. Stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, keep this weight. Walk it together. We have wood chops. Woo! I'm sweating. I don't know about you, but it's working. Okay, remember, you have the option to keep your feet here and just do the weight like this. This is going to be mostly arms and abs if you keep your hips fixed. Just don't torque the knees in like this, okay? If you see your knees turning, you got to turn and pivot on the foot. All right? Safety tips. Here we go. I'm going to pivot down and bring it up. Pivot, pivot. You got this. Keep looking awesome. You're working, come on. 8, abs, shoulders. Last one. Whoo! And actually your legs too. Full body, here we go. To the other side. Groceries on the floor, on the top shelf. Pick up the cat. Put them on the cat tree. 3, 4. Come on. 2 more. 9 and 10. Nice job. Okay, set this weight down. Take a rest. We got one more round, folks. Grab some water. Whew. All right, how are we doing? You doing all right? You can type it in the chat.
Yes, I'm doing all
right. Awesome. Fantastic. Thanks for coming.
I'm okay.
Good. All right. We have one more. If you want to do it with me. You want to? Let's do it. All right, here we go. Skaters for 30. As big as you want them. Here we go. This one move is so fun. I just imagine myself skating around a rink. 9, 10. Make it bigger here if you want to. Push yourself a little. I'm moving backwards. Halfway. This is 15. Come on. You got it. Chest up and open. Get that oxygen. 10 more. Come on. Count with me. 10. 9. You got this. 8. 7. 6. Let's go, team. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Woo! All right. You know what we got to do. Pick an arm. Start the lawnmower. We're going to make it happen. All right. Here we go. Options, remember, weight or no weight, twist or no twist, abs are tight, back is in neutral. Here we go for 15. Bring it up. Look at how I'm looking at the floor, not at you. Yeah, keep your neck in neutral. Five more. 5. Squeeze that shoulder blade. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch arms. Same thing. 15. Pull it up and squeeze. Come on, 5 more. 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2. Last one. Awesome. Okay, you want to keep that heart rate up? Hang on to that weight. We're doing our wood chuck. Remember your options. Roll those shoulders down and back. Abs are tight. Here we go. Let's pivot. And pivot. For 10, 9. Feeling this in the obliques, the sides of the abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Switch sides. Adjust your heart rate monitor. Here we go. Down and up for 10. Drive it up with those legs. 5, no shrugging. 4, shoulders stay down. 3, use those abs. 2, and 1. Hey, you did it. All right, put the weights down. Grab some water. We do have time for a finisher if you want to do it. All right, I'll tell you what it is. So our finisher is going to be a little bit higher intensity. Really is what you make it. The idea of the finisher is that you go at your own pace, but we're all going to do 30 of these. So we're going to do 30 either top down, which means you reach for the floor, nice flat back, okay? You don't have to touch the floor. You could reach for your knees, but then you go up and reach up to the ceiling, okay? So this is one. Now, if you want to add your heel lift, you can do that too, to make it a little bit more intense. The other option is to make it a squat jump. So I will do half and half to show you, okay? The squat jump, I can't reach up because my ceiling's too low. So I'm gonna put my arms down when I do a squat jump, okay? But I squat and then jump. All right, the most important thing about jumping, whenever we jump, is we land on the ball of the foot and then roll down to the heels. And we land into our muscles. We absorb it into our muscles, not into the knees. So we're not landing like this. Okay, we're landing into our nice squat and our knees stay aligned with the toes. I know I say this all the time, but if you land with your knees like this, you're asking for a knee injury, a really bad one. Okay, so we're going to line up our knees with our toes. When we jump, we land. Knees follow the toes. Okay, 30, you got this. Go at your own pace, take rest as needed. I'll allow you about 3 to 5 minutes to get this done, all right? We got this. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start with the pop downs. I'm gonna do 15 of these pop downs and then 15 of the squat jumps. Here we go, get started. You can do both hands. Break it up however you need to. This is 10 for me. And that's 15. So right here, you could take a break if you need to, or keep going. I'm gonna do 15 squat jumps next. All right, you go at your own pace. All right, here we go. Woo. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the one strategy. Break them up by 5. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I only got 5 more. I guess we don't need 5 minutes to do this. 3 minutes is enough. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Whew. All right, finish up wherever you are. Finish your 30. Good job. We got the last 10 minutes to cool down and stretch. So finish up your finisher and then just meet me here. Do a little step touch. Cool it down. You could do some butt kickers. These are lovely to stretch out the quads. Just try to keep your knees pointing down when you do it. If you bring them up like this, a little bit less of a stretch. So keep them pointing down. Give me some shoulder rolls with this.
I'm good.
Are you sweating? Yeah? Good. Awesome. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, maybe give yourself a big hug right now because you did it. Little arm swing with a big hug. Nice work. All right, everyone, if you're watching this later, you should be caught up. You should have done your finisher. Let's start stretching. So find something to hold on to. For me, it's going to be my elliptical machine right here with my husband's sweater on it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab the opposite leg, okay? I got to clear my space. We got to be safe here. Safety first, okay? Grab the opposite leg, foot, keeping your knees together, and pull it up towards your glutes, towards your hips, okay? If you can't reach all the way down, you can pull the heel of your shoe up. That works too. But you want to try to keep your knees together and feel that nice stretch in your quads right there. And we're holding this. Nice deep breathing. Yeah. Get whatever you need to. Get that balance. Shoulders relaxed. Just remember the rest of your body's form. I know you're recovering. Sometimes we get like this. We get all tied up. But we don't want that. Let's relax. Relax into the stretch. All right, go ahead and switch sides. Same thing. Grab the opposite leg. And I like to do this because sometimes when we grab it with the same arm, we end up doing this and pulling it out, and then we get more stress on the inside of the knee, which we don't need. We don't need all that. So pulling it up towards your glutes. Nice tall posture. Yep. Your quads worked hard today. All those squats, all that cardio definitely works. All right, go ahead and release that. Now the next stretch, let me tilt my camera down even more here. Next stretch, stay with the thing that you're holding on to, okay? Both feet point forward, but one foot is back, and you're gonna press your heel towards the floor, okay? Right here. If you need to lunge a little bit more, do that to a deeper stretch. Our body's biggest cheat here is to turn the foot out. You won't get a stretch here if you do that. So look down at your toe, make sure it's pointing forward, and press that heel down, and you should feel that in your calf, the lower leg. That's a lovely stretch. Straight knee for this one. Now, if you want to get deeper into the calf muscle, take a shorter step and bend the knee. And this gets into that deeper muscle, the soleus muscle. You can feel it a little bit lower towards your ankle. Also really great if you do any hiking, if you completed that steps challenge, or any jumping, of course. You've got to stretch those calves. All right, go ahead and release that. Switch legs, same thing. We are pressing it back, making sure that our foot is pointing forward. I know the angle of the camera is weird here. You can't see that it is, but it's pointing forward, and then we're lunging into that, keeping the heel on the floor. Yeah, we should feel that a little bit higher in the calf. This is getting the gastrocnemius. That's such a fun muscle name to say. All right, now you can go ahead and step it in a little bit, bend the knee, feel it lower into the calf. Oh yeah. Sometimes you might even feel this in the bottom of your foot. Stretching your plantar fascia a little bit. All right, release that stretch. Let's come back to the middle here. Come back to the center. I'm gonna set my camera back up, yay. All right, step out wide, and we'll get a little bit of our inner thighs here. Push them out, knees follow the feet, and then we're gonna drop one shoulder and the other. I don't know why I love this stretch so much. Maybe it feels like we're getting 2 for 1. A 2 for 1 deal. All right, last one here. Turn your feet forward. I was going to say point. Take your feet forward. Hinge at the hips. Drop down. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. You can support yourself here with a flat back if that feels better. Or you can go all the way down and hang. Grab your elbows. Sway a little bit side to side. Very slowly, very gently. Feel that beautiful stretch in the back. In the legs. All right, bend the knees, roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow. Head comes up last. All right, one nice deep breath. And exhale. We are done with the spring semester. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure getting sweaty with you all.